And I believe that momentum does not come from doing something big one time. It truly doesn't, but it comes from showing up daily. So you asked me, you said, what were those like daily habits? Well, the number one thing is I had a morning routine. And my morning routine might just look a bit different, Michael, than somebody else's, and that's okay. So my morning routine looked like prayer and affirmations and gratitude, but it also looked very fast paced.
So tell the viewers, a little bit about yourself. What are you doing for insurance? Why insurance? And where you stay at now?
Wow, I'm excited. Well, before insurance, you guys, I was a discovering mom of two boys. I remember you guys in the year 2021. I first got into entrepreneurship in the year of 2021. And I was still living at home. And I was like, I just want to figure this out. I want to figure out entrepreneurship. I want to work for myself, Michael. Michael, I didn't want to work for anyone else. Michael, I was going through so many trials and errors and just getting offered $9 an hour as a mom. And I was expected to like become great making $9, $12 an hour, Michael, and it wasn't for me. And I caught on at an early age with my children with me that that wasn't going to work at their early age. And I said that I would be willing to struggle and make sacrifices while they're young and they can't remember than to wait, Michael, till they're 9, 10 years old, 15 years old, and now they're actually remembering things or whatever that looks like. So I was 22 years old when I made a decision to get into entrepreneurship. Fast forward, I got into network marketing. Just within 7 months, that was my first leap into entrepreneurship. Have you guys ever heard of network marketing? Drop it in the chat if you've ever heard of network marketing. Network marketing is a game-changing industry, from the mindset, from the connections, from the community. It's game changing. Got into network marketing and I was able to meet the millionaires and see the luxury cars and the homes and the bank accounts and the travel and the freedom and the experiences. But it pulled me in, right? It pulled me in, and I never wanted to go back, Michael. I never, once I saw it one time, once I was introduced to the good life once, I said, no, if I go back, I'm going to do whatever I can to run back forward. Okay. But fast forward, you guys, around the year of 2023, I realized, for me specifically, I wasn't making it out the way I wanted. I just wasn't. And I knew that it was time for change. It was time for shift and it was time for more, Michael. And I came across life insurance community. I came across life insurance. And oh my goodness, I was like, Michael, I was like, okay, sales. Like I had a coach of mine, you guys might have known, one of my coaches, one of my partners, his name is Damon. You guys might know him. And he was like, Caitlin, he knew me in my network marketing stage. He was like, if you never want to be broke another day in your life, get your life insurance license. And I was like, for real? He was like, yes, Caitlin, get the license. Within 30 days, I was licensed. And I never looked back, family. I never looked back, Michael. So thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share that. That was
Of
awesome.
course, of course. Guys, put some fire emojis in the chat. So now you're licensed. What happened your first month, your first 6 months? Because you got licensed in 2023 December, you said?
I got licensed around November of 2023-ish, and I got connected with a three-letter agency that wasn't conducive for my success. I absolutely did nothing with the license. I probably made less than $5,000 with that license there. I was not truly selling life insurance. I just had a license, Mike, with the company. That was it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, so I made
No,
no money.
that's fine. There was always, I was once told if you have two dates when you get your life insurance license, the day you actually pass the exam and the day you actually take your license as seriously and actually put it to work. So
Mm,
that your first date was this November of 2023.
yeah.
So when did you actually take it seriously? What day was that? What date, roughly?
When I met True Wealth.
Are you ghosting me? Just kidding. Just kidding. I won't take no offense to that.
Yeah. No, no,
So,
no.
so, so we talked, and then you joined the team. How did that first 30 days go for you?
So first of all, we didn't just talk and I joined the team. I heard some really great things about True Wealth and
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me talk to this guy. And I talked to this guy. I was going to say this man, this guy, this man. And man, it was just such a fruitful, abundant, amazing, powerful, loving conversation. I sensed nothing but like, man, I really want to help you. Like, man, you deserve more. And just like come and see and follow me. I sensed a lot of that. Look at you. I sensed that, Mike. Come and see and follow me. And I came and seen Michael. I came and seen, and I was seeing it. I was like, who is that girl, Caroline, in the chat, Michael? Caroline, if you're watching this, or if you watch this replay, or if you see this reel or whatever, shout out to you because she was one of the reasons why I knew it was possible for me as a female in the industry. I just saw this young girl dropping 2 to 3 policies a day, Michael, and I knew she was connected with you. And I was
Mhm.
like, wait a second, if somebody else can do it, I can do it too. So I got connected with you. In my first 30 days, Michael, I remember I issue paid like $5,000. Now I
Not
didn't have
bad.
leads. I did not have money for leads. I don't want to skip that part.
So what'd you do?
Mm. Well, one thing that I can tell you guys, if we can just scratch it back a little bit, I knew when I was joining and partnering with Michael that I was going in with telesales. I made a decision and a commitment. And mind you, I've never done telesales ever in my life. I've never randomly called a list of people. Hi, would you like to get your credit fixed? Because that was the industry I was in prior. Hi, would you like to buy a house and have better credit? Like, I was very nerve-wracked, okay? But I was willing to do whatever I needed to do because I was in ground bottom. I hit rock bottom and I wanted to get out of it, Michael. And when I found out that I needed to be on the phones, I was willing to commit. But then I realized there was an investment for leads, and I'm like, oh man, like I need like I want to do it, but like I don't know if I can sustain like what they're saying I need to like have for leads a week. But I did what I could with what I had, Michael. I remember I probably had like 300 bucks maybe. I didn't have 500. I didn't have $400 for leads. I probably barely had $300 like Michael for leads. And I told you, I reached out to you, but I had what I could get with my little bit of money, and I
Yeah.
worked them leads, and I worked them leads, and I worked them leads, and I worked them leads. I was on the phones at 8:30 in the morning. I would
8:30. That's early.
8:30 in the morning, Michael. And I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry, Michael, but there was times I missed the morning call just to dial.
That's okay. That's okay. So you had like 300 to 400 to 500 bucks starting out with us this time last year for leads. And it
Mhm.
sounds like you were make some sales and then buy leads again. Make some sales, buy leads again. So you pretty much were kind of breaking even that first month. Like you were buying leads, making sales, buying leads, making sales, buying leads, making sales. When did it actually like take off? If what month was that? Was it month two, month three, month four? Like when did it actually take off?
I was breaking even, guys. I would as soon as I got paid, Michael, when I closed, like when I was like, oh my God, Michael, remember, I was like, I closed my first policy. I was so
Yeah.
happy, but I knew that I needed to like make sure, like Caitlin, like you didn't have money to buy leads. Like you want to be successful and you see so many people doing it. If you just follow the system, it will work for you. I promise you. But as long as you're being integral within self, right? So I had that integrity in self. So when I got paid, I went to go rebuy leads, Michael, so I can keep the money coming in. So I went from 5,000 issue paid my first month to 8,000 issue paid month two to double that, triple that to 24,000 issue paid my month three.
And then he went to like 35, I think, in month four. And
Yeah.
after that, it was just like,
Month five, I had like 42 apps one month, 45.
yeah, yeah. And then the team started to grow. He started to build on social media and then started to recruit. And now your agency is doing over 100,000 a month. So like, so what I'm hearing from you right now is that that first 1 or 2 months, it was challenging. Like you were putting money just to play the game,
Oh,
to build your skill set up. You
yeah.
put on those hours into just to build your skill set up. And then after month two, 60 days, it is ramped up. Like
Mm.
25,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and then so looking back now, what were some daily habits that you had throughout your day that allowed you to see that grow? What were some habits? Was it maybe like a morning routine? Was it down at these hours? Like I can't leave my desk until I have X Y presentation. What's some habits? I think when people they always focus on the results, the sales, but like it's all about the habits. So what were the habits you had?
Yes. I just have to thank God for a minute, guys. I'm sorry. Because it's not about the result. And it never was about the result for me because I understood like it would automatically come. Like just like if I press the gas on the car, like nobody behind me has to go push
Forward step.
to make the car
Mhm.
go forward, right? So if I push the gas pedal, I know for a fact the car is gonna go. Nobody has to go behind me while I'm pushing the gas pedal to push the car to go. So I understood that the result of pushing the gas pedal was to get to my destination. And I also understood the results of the work that I did in the business and also my personal life would get me to my final destination. So let's talk about those daily habits, right? I believe that so many people underestimate Michael, what they can do in a day. And I believe they underestimate what they can do in a 90-day of habits. Michael, when I met you and you said, Caitlin, all you have to do is get on the phone and dial, you will be okay. But you have to actually get on the phone and dial. Like you have to do it, Kaylee. You have to do it. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. But I actually did it time and hour in and hour out. Right. And I understood what 90 days could do for me. I believe that our checks or, you know, the receipts that we have, they're the receipts of the small things we do consistently, family. And I believe that momentum does not come from doing something big one time. It truly doesn't, but it comes from showing up daily. So you asked me, you said, what were those like daily habits? Well, the number one thing is I had a morning routine. And my morning routine might just look a bit different, Michael, than somebody else's. And that's okay. So my morning routine looked like prayer and affirmations and gratitude, but it also looked very fast paced because at the time, Mike, I moved, was living at home. Okay. Like I'm so transparent to say that, you guys. I literally took myself out of living in my mother's house with two kids, not knowing when I could be on my own 2 feet by myself without needing any financial support, to doing it all by myself in 3 months because I got connected here, but I followed the system. It literally it shocks my heart every time. It does. But the reason why I say my life was so fast paced because I knew that my children who went to school family 45 minutes away from where I was living. So mind you, you have to wake up, you drive 45 minutes, drop off, and you drive 45 minutes home. I'm in the road for 2 hours in the morning, angry. I'm tired of waking up mad at my situation. Oh, this is frustrating. Like, I'm so thankful I have a place to stay, but man, this is tiring. Man, like, just to get the kids to school, mind you, that's 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. It's tough there and back, right? So I knew that I needed a routine, Michael, because if I did not have a routine being a mother and not being in structure and not setting the calendar and this is what tomorrow looks like, I was going to fail because I had so many responsibilities already as a mom that if I didn't prioritize, if I didn't be strategic, Michael, with my time, my effort, and what I do, I wasn't going to reach the goal. So I developed a habit. I never went to bed without listening to some sort of meditation. So my meditations, guys, isn't the meditation that's like I'm sitting with my hands crossed and my arms like that's not how I meditate. My meditation for me can be my kids went to bed. The house is quiet. There's no more noise. I don't hear the TV going anymore, the tablets moving. I don't hear feet running, toys banging. Like I hear silence. This is the time for me every night to make sure I reset my mind to prepare for tomorrow. Okay, so that's a daily habit. Like these are the inside things. Like these are all the internal things that we have to do. Matter of fact, the free things, if you had to pay for meditation, you would do it. But if it's free, you struggle to do it. If you had to pay to get up and go work out, you would do it. But if it's free to know I could work out, like it's hard to go do, right? But I had to understand that I had to track it now, Michael. So I had to write down my day. I'm going to dial Michael. I get these boys to school. I'm back home by 9 because back then their school took in at like 8:30, so I could get home by like 9:30-ish. So I'm back on the phones right around 10-ish when school season's in. Straight on the phone. You know why? Because I only have from 10 to 2 p.m. to dial. If I cannot make a sale in this 2 to 2 time, I lost for that hour. I lost in that section. I lost in that time. And I was hard on myself. And if I didn't do my schedule, and I didn't make a sale, I would beat myself up all day. But if I did my schedule and I did my commitment, but it just didn't happen the way I thought it would, that's okay because God sees that I'm doing and having integrity and self and showing up for my children to make sure they have a good life. God rewards you for that. He rewarded me for putting them first. He rewarded me for sacrificing, right? Being of the world, right? And instead of being of like, of this world, I'm just in this world. I'm going to make sure, family, that I'm doing the things that I need to do in my world that I'm living in because I'm not of the world. Well, everyone else is not being structured. Well, everyone else isn't doing a daily schedule. Why no one else is doing affirmations at night and figuring out how I can be better in my mind so I can be a better leader because you guys, you don't have to be a leader in life insurance, but you're going to need to be a leader in your home. You're going to need a leader in your children's life, how to properly take somebody from one place to the next. It doesn't have to be life insurance. Your family needs you, your children need you, your mother needs you, your siblings need you. How are we leading? Right. So I was on the phones, Michael, from 10 to 2, get the kids from school, drive 45 minutes, drive 45 minutes back. I'm back home. All right, you guys want a snack? Need some water, Leo? Come here, let me change your pool up or whatever. Let's change your clothes real quick. Dinner time, not yet. All right, I'm back on the phones while they're relaxing. Now, this time of the day, the house is more loud, it's more chaotic, but you have to stay strong and still push through, Caitlin. And I did. And then I would pause, make dinner in my day, wake up and do it again. Now, I had to follow up with my habits. So I had to write down how many dials in a day, how many contacts I was doing, and how many appointments maybe I had. So my day and my goal was either 4 presentations a day or 2 sales a day. Michael, my goal was 4 presentations in that time frame or 2 sales in that time frame. I never let it sit cold. I always wanted it to stay hot. And the last thing I'll say is I had to learn that I had to take 15 to 20 minutes a day sharpening my skill outside of joining these Zoom calls and joining the trainings with Michael. I had to take time for self to go on podcasts, to listen to trainings, to listen to things that could grow my mind. So, habits.
I just see a whole bunch of fire emojis in the chat just bubbling right now. This is so good. This is so good. Yeah, yeah, your journey has been amazing. It really has. Man, I remember one time I was at my last place. I just remember like it was yesterday. I don't know why I remember this conversation so vaguely. But it was like your second or third month. You called me like, Mike, I got I made some sales. I think it's your second month. I made some sales. I got $600. What should I do?
I
I got
did.
paid. I got paid this bills. I got to feed my children,
Did.
or should I buy leads? This is a conversation we had. I remember like it was yesterday, and I was staring outside my high rise condo. I was looking outside, and I'm talking to a woman that has children, and I'm telling her, don't pay the bills and buy leads. And like I had to be okay with myself telling someone that, but I knew that you can do it. And I knew you just needed more opportunities to make more sales to then have your skill set get better. So when you do buy the leads, you can make more money. And you did that, which I appreciate you because you trusted me. And you bought the leads. and you made the sales and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. I remember those days where you call me and you say, Mike, can you hop on a Zoom call? I'm like, no, but you still force me to hop on the Zoom call. And then be you and your client on the phone. And I'm just listening to you present. At the end of the call, I'm giving you feedback. You was really, what did Meek Mill say? You was really shooting in the gym. No one's watching you. It was a beautiful thing, you know? So, is there anything else you want to add? You know, could we could open up some, do some Q&A here in a second. Is there anything you want to add, like to your journey, leads, business, chargebacks, persistency,
Yes.
building social media? Anything you want to add?
Well, I can say that you guys, the compound effect, like can you guys write this down for me? I want you guys to write on your paper or keep it in your mind, habits versus excuses. I have to tell you guys this. I need you guys all to become a person of habits. Okay? So an excuse looks like, Michael, you know, Michael, you be checking in. You be checked on me a lot. And I know you check on agents. I know he does. He be checking. You guys get a phone call from Michael randomly. I know you guys like shaking your boots a little bit because he's gonna be like, how you doing? And then you know what's next, right? In a good way though. And my excuse could have been, Michael, I didn't have time, Michael. Like I was on the road for 2 hours this morning with the boys and I didn't get home till like 10 and I had to pick them up by 2 and I was just tired, so I laid down till 2 and then I had to get them food and then like by the time I got home, like they were too loud. Like people use their children as excuses, Michael, and it irks my nerves because your children should be your reason and your why. Stop being that person. Oh, I can't, I have a child. I can't, my kid's crying. Oh, I can't, I have to go do this. Like, stop it. Because I did it with my kids by myself. Nobody around. No mom to say, baby, you're so beautiful. You know, you're so strong and sharp. Do you need me to come over and cook dinner for you guys? Or, you know, she didn't have the opportunity to do that. If she could, she would. I love my mom to death. But oh, you guys use your kids as excuse and it's not cool. It's not. Your kids should be your reason and your why. Okay? The sooner you do it, the quicker they'll forget it, right? So stop saying I didn't have time and change that to, hey, Michael, you know what? It's already in my calendar. I actually already made time for it. I'm going to be dialing from 10 to 2. Secondly, oh, Michael, I'll catch up tomorrow, catch up on those leads you gave me tomorrow. Somebody giving you leads and you gonna catch up on them next week? How selfish. I wouldn't. No, 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 no. You know, Michael loves, he has a heart of gold. You know, so why are we, if we get leads, why are we waiting until tomorrow? And I'm not saying anybody on that call, these are examples, family, right? An example and of excuses, I'll catch up on tomorrow. Oh, I'll go to the gym tomorrow. Oh, I'll start my diet tomorrow. I'll drink more water tomorrow. But a habit response, because I want you guys to become a person of habit, is, you know what? I win the day today because tomorrow isn't promised. Michael, I'm going to dial the leads today because I don't know what bills are due tomorrow. Michael, I know I just made a sale, but I'm going to keep going for more sales because I don't know what happens in 2 weeks when I'm sick and I didn't know I was going to get sick and I had to take off for 4 days and I couldn't work. Like it's a habit like mentality. And like doesn't that just make more sense, right? So another excuse is I don't feel like it. I can be 100% positive that, you know, all 59 of us on this call have been in places in life where we just did not feel like it. I did not feel like it. I didn't. But a habit response is, you know what? My future family will thank me that I did it anyway. Because I want you guys to understand that the compound effect here is understanding that missing one habit today may seem small, right? But repeatedly it will compound into a week, into a month. Missing one habit today seems small. I bet you it seems small. But repeated, it compounds into a week and a month. So doing one small thing daily, right, may seem small, but repeatedly it will compound into a very strong year. Michael, when I did those 4-hour dial sessions from 10 to 2, I compounded affected it. I understood that the one small thing I did daily, just getting on the phone, I didn't make sales daily when I first like got in the business. I did not. I remember I'd make one sale a week. Like my first month, it was like one sale this week and then did sale for another 7 days. Oh, finally I got another sale. But I understood the compound effect. So doing one small thing daily might seem small, but repeatedly it compounds into a very strong year. So example, family, just go do those 10 extra calls. When you say, oh, I don't feel like it, like, okay, fine. You don't feel like it, Caitlin, but you have to first do 10 extra calls, then you can stop dialing, right? Like, give yourself some type of confidence build. You know what? I'm gonna be able to get now 50 extra calls a day, which will give me two extra, per month, which could lead me to two to four more sales. Now, as you guys know, those are average numbers. There's people in the chat that do that in a day, okay? But you guys see where I'm going there. So habit builds confidence, family. And I just want to remind you, the more you do something, the less intimidating it can be. If I were you, if you're listening to me and you're in a place in your life right now where you just need to get to the next level, you need to make an extra 3 to 5 thousand. Stop getting shiny object syndrome. Stop looking to the left and stop looking to the right. Okay. We have some heavy hitters in the Slack channel. Okay. We have a Clark. We have Shanae. We have these two new guys. Okay. This guy named Jason, I've been seeing him a lot. Jason Gilbert. And who's that other guy?
David.
David. Some heavy hitters, man. Very nice. But one thing I can say is sometimes the comparison is the thief of all joy. And if you're a woman on this call and you see another woman making it happen and you feel a sense of, man, I wish that was me, it's okay, but don't do it. Or, sir, same thing. You see that Jason and you see David and you see that Clark, man, like maybe he has something I don't, that's not true. Give yourself time, right? But don't look to the left or don't to the look right. Just focus on your own paper. As generic as it sounds, like focus on my own paper. No, literally focus on your own paper. I promise you the results will flow. Focus on how you can become a more higher value human so your sales worth grows, so your net worth grows, and so your mindset continue grows, so your leadership can continue to flow. And Michael, I'll give it over to you.